Welcome to the half marathon prep finale. I have run the half marathon. It's officially over now. So let's just go ahead and recap it. Monday was a strength training day, and then I did some more dry needling with Amy just to kind of like flush everything out and get it all done.
Pretty tight.
Yeah, I was really, that's what I was saying on my Saturday run, I was pronating on both sides really bad. And I don't know if it was because I was paying attention so much to my right side that I let my left side mess up, or I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that hurts.
Right there. Oh, yeah. Right. Ooh, yep.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So that's a little trigger point for sure. So I want to get that guy. Send it right there.
My final kind of recovery, if you will, of this prep. And then Tuesday, I just did 15 minutes on the Concept 2 bike to kind of just keep some blood flow into my legs and keep everything like light and relaxed. Wednesday, I did another strength training day. And then Thursday, I did 2 miles in my Nova Blasts, which are what I ended up running the half marathon in. And I had some insoles that I put in there just to see how that felt. And overall, I felt like it was pretty good. Without Garrison there to pace me, I went too fast and I ran at like a 7:28 pace, but it was just 2 miles. And then Thursday, we actually flew out to Nashville to get ready for the race.
We're to love you, so please don't take our sunshine away. Welcome aboard, everybody. We love you and God bless.
Yeah, we're here. And we made it without like any real turmoil.
Don't jinx us.
So far. She apparently has a huge following. She's the singing flight attendant, so. We made it. Got free upgrade. Got a sick view down Broadway. It's 8:05, so Garrison is literally yawning behind the camera right now. He's asleep holding the camera because it's past his bedtime.
We're making it though.
This is pretty cool, huh?
It's pretty awesome.
We flew in. We only had one child cry. It was Thomas. He hit his head. He hit his head. Literally, we were like the whole flight. Everything was good. Leaving the plane, he hit his head. But we made it. We made it with 4 kids. 6 and under. So if we can do that, the marathon's nothing.
We can run a sub 145 half marathon.
Yeah, exactly. And then Friday, woke up, went to the shakeout run, which BPN was hosting at the exchange. I didn't do any of the run. I just wanted to kind of go check it out. I wanted to see what all the marathon festives were about. Got to see some of the people I know there, grabbed some gels, and then we also went and picked up our packets, got our bibs and all that stuff for the race. And then Saturday was the half marathon. I felt good going into it. I kind of just had nagging injuries in my Achilles that just bothered me through this whole thing. The morning of the race, overall, I was feeling pretty good. I'd say I got like decent sleep the night before. I took in some carbohydrates. I took in some electrolytes.
What you gonna eat before you run?
All the stuff we had to shakeout run.
And gives us a new day. Elsewhere in the Bible it says, in him, that's in Jesus, was life.
I watched this band the other day. I put it on and I was like, man, this thing stinks.
Are you ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be. Garrison and I rolled down there and got in line in our corral and slowly moved forward to the start line.
I'm videoing it now. All the people in front of us.
The initial part of the race, you kind of start on this like downhill slope, and that felt really good, obviously. I was trying not to run too fast downhill, conserve some of my energy. And then you kind of turn and you kind of got a little bit of an uphill. But really, mile 2 and 3, you're going through some pretty aggressive uphills. And we had really good pace there. I mean, I definitely had to push myself the whole way. Like, it was not comfortable. But like mile 10 is probably where I felt like the wheels kind of fell off for me. My pacing and everything was like good up until mile 10. I think by mile 10, I had like given everything I'd got with amount of elevation climb that we had done. I think there's like 700 feet of elevation that you go through. And you obviously have the downhills with the uphills, but I think, you know, all the energy you exert going uphill when you go downhill, you don't have enough time to like catch your breath, because sometimes you went up a steep hill and then you go right back down again, and then you're going up another hill again. So it feels like you never really get a break. And it was very humid that day. It had rained the day before. Overall, you know, a lot of things come into play on race day. I met a lot of people that had really high expectations for themselves that kind of slipped through, so I don't feel so bad. But finished with an hour and 51 minutes and 7 seconds. So I was well under the 2 hour time that I feel like is like a really competitive time for half marathons. I was, you know, above my hour 45.
I'm proud of you.
Good job, Daddy.
I'm really happy that I was below hour 52, because that's kind of like where I mentally was gonna try to be before Garrison and I set the aggressive goal of an hour 45. But this does mean that I need to find another half marathon, because I said this year I was gonna run a half marathon in hour 45. So right now I think I'm gonna recover, I'm gonna rest, I'm gonna work on some exercises, just like strengthening some of my like overpronation or pronation that I do in my right leg, and look for some other marathons to pick. So if you have any good half marathons that you'd recommend, please comment them down below, preferably in like August, September, October, November timeframe, December, because I think for December I'm gonna run the Panama City half marathon, Panama City Beach half marathon. So anything between there I'm open to, but I definitely don't want to be running like in 4 weeks from now. I think I need probably at least August, September timeframe before I go out running anything again. Thank you all for following along. I know that we've got to schedule a DEXA scan and RMR and a VO2 max testing in the next couple weeks to kind of get those results. So we'll try to get that done in the next couple weeks to see where I ended up through this prep and if it made a big difference or not. But yeah, just appreciate all your support, all the kind words that people had for me on Instagram, and messages that people sent before the race and after the race, congratulating me. I know it's easy to get down on yourself when you don't hit a goal, but the truth is I did something that was very difficult, that I don't like doing, that I'm not good at doing. And truthfully, I just started running about 6 months ago, seriously. And so I feel good at what I've accomplished, especially with the amount of hurdles and setbacks that I've had. A lot of people would have quit or given up or not even made it through it, but I'm proud that I did it, and truthfully did it in a pretty solid time. Nothing to do but get better now. So if you got some races I should do, comment them down below. As always, you're worth it.